Oh.
Go. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Problematic Podcast. I'm your friendly neighborhood co-host, Rita, along with my friendly neighborhood co-host, Whitney. What's up, Whitney?
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Yay! We're
back.
We survived. We're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties last week. That was all on me, not my illustrious co-host.
No.
Okay.
It was a show error. Everything's fine, everybody.
We're
not
all
gonna let
good.
anyone take any personal blame.
We didn't break up like New Edition for the 35th time.
Oh no.
You know that happens.
I told Rita she's stuck with me. Like, unless she talks bad about my mom or my kid,
I would
stuck
never.
With me, so.
Worst,
you haven't.
I haven't. At worst, I'll hit on your mom, but I've stopped. I have stopped hitting on your
all
mother.
The friends and their moms have been just like, hide your moms.
It's not my fault. My friends have fine ass mamas. That's not my fault. That I just happen to be so blessed that a lot of my friends got fine ass moms. It's crazy. But I digress. We're not going to go into
still
that.
Your mom.
I'm not. No, I'm married. I'm a different.
You are
person
married
now.
You are.
I
am
a
changed person.
I am a good person now. I keep trying.
You've
to tell
always
you.
been a good person.
Thank you,
Whitney. Don't flirt with you. That's all.
That's what I be telling people, but they don't be hearing me. They be trying to
bad person. You just got a little flirt on you. That's all. It's just like, okay, this is part of her personality. It's fine. It's funny. It's harmless. No one gets hurt. No one's offended.
Thank you, Whitney. That means
I'm like, at best, you get a little uncomfortable because I'm queasy at the idea of anyone flirting with my mom.
I'm sorry.
She's a married woman, and I get like queasy when they start flirting. Blah, blah.
Yeah, I'm
Stop
sorry.
it.
But I love your mama. She's so cool.
She's cool. I like your mom too.
Thank you. She's
hilarious
and living her best life.
And you're just like a European, just fabulous woman.
I'm going to write books about her life one day. Yes. She's still got like all these adventures left, but yes.
Yes.
Are you ready to get into what we've been listening to?
Oh shoot.
I'll start because I got one. So
I want to hear it.
You know, Whitney's favorite rapper, Drake, released a.
All right. This has been another episode of the Problematic Podcast.
Whitney's favorite or least favorite rapper, I should say, Drake released a single on Friday or over the weekend called Search and Rescue. Now, I'm going to start by being transparent. I just happened to be up after midnight on Friday, so I was there when the song dropped. And of course, I got the Twitter feedback, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, what did Drake do now? Because Drake was trending, and he was trending with Kim Kardashian, and I'm like, this cannot be good. When these two trend together, this is not good. So the song is called Search and Rescue.
No.
And immediately when I go look for the song, I see why everybody's talking about Kim Kardashian. Because first things first, the cover is Drake and a young lady who looks a lot like Kim Kardashian wearing bike helmets or like go-kart helmets or dirt bike helmets. So this is the cover art for the album. And I'm like, okay, so we all know that Drake's frenemy, Kanye, was married to Kim Kardashian, and they had some words a few years ago back and forth about Drake potentially alluding to having an illicit affair with Kim Kardashian, and Kanye was like, don't do that, don't walk that back, take that back. Then they made up, and then they fell out again. But I initially thought, okay, Drake, you get a Kim Kardashian lookalike, you make it your cover art. The song's not that great. I am a Drake fan, and it's basically him just pining over, oh, I want a girl who loves me for me, who I can spoil. Why can't these girls be loyal? When am I going to find her? Can't wait to tell the group chat I got a bad one. It more of the same, not very exciting. I don't see great things for this single. But what got more interesting is when I listened to the song, I had no context. There's a woman speaking in the song, like in the middle of the song. Turns out,
no way.
Woman. Yes,
no.
It is.
No,
yes,
it
is.
No,
it is.
No,
it is. It
no,
is.
Girl.
It is Kim Kardashian discussing her
I'm
divorce.
closing the laptop.
No, you
laptop.
gotta stay here. You gotta go through this with me.
What in the fucking troll is happening?
What? And so,
They
of course,
paired up as a troll couple.
I don't even know if they paired up. He probably just pulled. So I'm from what I heard, and don't take this as the gospel truth because I got this all from Twitter. That's my source.
Oh, listen.
So Twitter was explaining that this was a clip of her discussing her divorce, I guess, on the last season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Mm-hmm. So it's a snippet from the show that he put in his song, but it's Drake. And I think we all know that you can't do those things without getting permission. I don't think he would run the risk of Kim having the song taken down. So she clearly had to give him permission. So whether they are not teaming up or not, they are both being very petty. And I have said this for a very long time. I love Drake. I am a Drake fan. Drake has been the soundtrack to some of the most important and most fun and also most dangerous moments of my 20s and early 30s. Don't judge me. I'm being very serious.
The face that happened.
However,
I tried to catch it.
I am also willing to sit here and say that he might be the pettiest artist of all time. You put this woman in the song, and then you put a lookalike woman who might actually be the woman I actually don't know on the cover art. Knowing that Kanye West, although he is remarried and should be minding his own business.
Yeah, he is remarried.
He is to a Kim lookalike.
This is we're living a simulation.
I'm
gonna drink some coffee.
So now I'm down the rabbit hole because there are younger, more hipper people on the Twitter explaining how all of these things go together. And I'm like, oh my stars, it is Kim Kardashian in the song. I'm blown away. But I always say Drake is petty. I mean, the man has petty hair. Every single haircut, hairstyle, braided style Drake has ever had would indicate to anyone who's paying close attention that this is a very petty, tall man.
Very petty.
Very, very, very petty man.
Top level petty.
I think he's bringing the Jerry curl back next. I feel like if anybody would try and bring back a Jerry curl,
and people would actually wear it too because it's damn Drake.
Because people were cutting hearts in their hairline. Remember that?
Well, I thought that was cute.
Listen,
love hearts.
I actually liked that haircut.
I actually liked that. I was like, oh, that's sweet.
I don't like using the term flamboyant because I feel like it's got this very negative gendered term now. But I thought it definitely was giving a lot of flair.
Little spice.
We'll go with
flavor.
Yeah, it was a very spicy thing to do. But I did like it. I saw little kids with it. I was like, that's cute.
The children look adorable with it.
When I saw other grown men with it, I was like, okay, this is...
it's your hair. Body autonomy. Body autonomy.
Your body
autonomy. Mm-hmm.
Your choice. Your choice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I saw people who had the heart that you could tell their barber wasn't as skilled with hitting the curves.
It was a triangle.
It sort of. Yeah, it was more diamond like with the sides were real rigid.
It's got a curve to it.
No, it wasn't hitting. But I'm so glad that phase passed. Yeah, Drake and his petty hair and his petty song. So yeah, that's what I spent the weekend listening to, and then Twitter helping me analyze. That was really.
You were
great.
Busy. You had a lot of work to do.
I honestly enjoyed it.
Detectiving.
Once I was down the rabbit hole, I was all the way down there. I was like, they are going to trigger this unwell man named Kanye. Then people were like, well, that's what Kanye gets because, he was anti-Semitic and Drake is Jewish. And I was like, another additional. Jewish? He is Jewish. He did a music video where they showed like his bar mitzvah as a kid.
I didn't know this.
Drake is Jewish. His mother is Jewish. He was raised in the Jewish faith. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna let Drake go. Go ahead, Drake. That's fine.
You gotta see the video. I'm gonna send you the video of his bar mitzvah. He was fucking it up with his little suit.
I've been to a bunch of them. Like we were vibing in there. I mean, I was one of the few chocolate drops in there, but we were vibing in there.
Listen, I've been to a bar mitzvah, and that is a good time. That is a party, unlike a party.
Bat mitzvahs, I'm here for it. Happy Passover, by the way, y'all.
Happy Passover. And happy Easter to those who celebrate it.
It's like 18 different holidays.
It's a lot.
Let me pull it up because I had a list. Because I wanted to wish everybody happy Ramadan, happy Passover, oh shoot, hold on. I hope I pronounced it correctly. This is to my Sikh friends. Baisakhi. I hope I said it correctly. Happy Hanuman Jayanti to the Hindu friends. Happy Mahavar Jayanti to the Jian friends. And happy days to all my secular friends.
Hey.
I had a list. I made a list. I was like, that's wild that there's all these holidays during like this one season.
It's Holy Week. It's Holy Week. It's like the Olympics of religions, and I love it.
You know how it's like we keep having these clusters of like it happens at Christmas time, and it happened as a Christian. This is my perspective. I'm not saying that this is just the overarching time is Christmas time. What I'm saying is, as a Christian, from my perspective, we have a bunch of different holidays around Christmas. We have a bunch of different holidays around Easter. And it's very interesting how like we keep finding reasons to celebrate together, but we don't.
And that is frustrating. That is weird.
Do you know how the parties would go up?
The block parties would be lit. The food trucks that pull up.
Girl, the music.
Oh my, you vibes. Might be on to something.
See?
You might be on to something.
Well, I've been toying around with some ideas about like unification things. Like, I'm still gonna be a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ, but I'm up for like having a party. I'm up to coming to Seder. I'm up to like I'm here to celebrate people celebrating.
And also while I'm celebrating people, I'm here to indulge in y'all's cuisines because that's why I love.
Y'all want to come and have Easter dinner? Because we throw down.
Listen, we throw down, and I know y'all throw down. So
wait, that's only to the non-vegetarian.
Yeah, no.
Because I know I said a bunch of people who were definitely vegetarians.
But that's why we got some options for you. We'll come up with some options.
You know what? We are accommodating people.
We are
accommodating people.
That's a really good point. Why we are not celebrating together, and why I'm missing out on all these good festivities.
The block party. Just the block party.
We need to have these conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm going to start a petition.
And you would be the one.
I would be. I
only have one listen this week.
Okay, what is it? Let's go.
Yebba.
Okay.
And her voice. Oh my god! Like this is, and I'm late. This is me being late to the train. Like I knew Yebba could sing, but I hadn't listened to any of her like music outside of like features.
Okay, got it.
And so there's this song called "Distance."
Nice. Good choice.
You've heard it before?
I have.
You are just such a connoisseur of music.
You know who put me on Yebba? Drake.
Your wife?
Go ahead. Oh. Nope. It was Drake.
I thought it was your wife. That song makes me want to like slow dance with my husband. I love that song. We're fighting right now. We're having a little quarrel.
Not again.
Being married to like being cis head is just violence every day. And I see why wives go first. Wives of the cis head. Yeah. I
would just like to point out that it wasn't me who said it this week. It was
I'm very, very clear that our choices are very, very clear. I'm very, very clear about like, being gay and being straight. That's not a choice. It's not very clear.
It is not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be nosy. Why y'all fighting? What's going on? What did he do? He did something.
So I've been I have to limit my social media intake because I read a lot of stories in general, just to say like focused on what's going on, which will come up in the next segment with the problematic people of the week.
Whoop, whoop.
But I got sad. I just got sad, and I told him, I'm like, it makes me really sad. I was looking up books about nature, but I wanted books like I was looking up picture books for Emmy for my daughter. And I wanted them to be written by Black authors, and I wanted them to have Black representation in them. Girl, I found list after list after list after list, and I'm looking at each of these authors. Why are all these authors white with Black kids on their covers?
Whitney, it's time for us to write a children's book. I don't know.
You would cuss too much.
I do cuss too much, but you'll make sure that the cussing don't make it into the book.
You'll see me be editing, just furiously editing.
Yes, but listen, you can write it out, illustrate it. It'll be great.
Don't play with me.
It'll be great.
No, look at me. Don't play with me.
I'm looking at you.
I have several like children's books ideas based upon this story that I have going on in my head, and I had no idea how to even. Don't play with me because that could be a thing.
I can illustrate for your book.
Y'all heard it here.
You heard it here first, people.
It could be this time next year where we're holding copies of it. Who knows?
It will
have a book agent.
So anyway, there you go. See, what's the delay? We just need to meet at
nothing. We just put this together right now.
And that's how the magic happens,
we will
ladies and
talk
gentlemen.
after the podcast because
We will.
yes, because I have a lovely idea, and I actually think that you would like this.
I'm looking forward to hearing about it.
Mm-hmm. But I did eventually find a bunch of books about nature, with Black representation. But I was frustrated and I got sad because I'm like, why the fuck do we have to keep doing this? Like, why do we have to keep running into these roadblocks? Like, people keep saying that they're tired of talking about racism. I'm like, I'm tired of living it. Like, why is it okay? Why is it okay? PEN America said that something like 95% of all fiction books that are published by white authors. And then you see that even your stories, even stories that feature your people are being published by white authors.
Yeah.
And I said that online, and apparently that was not a good thing to say because all these white people came in my comments talk about, well, you asked for representation. And I'm like, we don't want stereotypical representation, nor do we want flimsy representation. Representation comes from the source,
right?
Not from your observations, because that's how we get caricatures and stereotypes. We want representation. And they were just like, well, you're racist because why would you even point this out? And I'm like, fuck you.
That makes you racist.
It's been a long ass week.
Clearly.
It's been a long ass week. So I was laying next to my husband and I was just voicing my frustration, voicing my fear. I'm like, I can't even really say the things I want to say because, white supremacy has only a few tricks. And one of their tricks is that they want to commit violence.
Right.
And so I'm like, if I start saying stuff, I'm afraid that I might be putting my family at risk. Right. So we get to talking about like a bunch of different things. And I don't know how it came up, but he's like, yeah, you're going to need to learn like identifying marks on me and Emery. And I'm like,
oh no,
I just told you
God,
that I was afraid for your safety. And I like, these are the moments where I need to get walked off the wall, like come off the wall, come down. You're sitting here and it's midnight. He might as well just kick me. Like, this is Sparta. Just right in the back. Just kick me. Child, I was so and I explained it several times. Like, so you don't see how, like, I said, I'm not going to sleep tonight. Thank you. I'm not going to sleep tonight. I promise you he's a smart man. I promise he's a capable man. I promise you that we are deeply, deeply in love. But we just keep having these issues of communication where, like, I'm like, you'll see how those two meet. How you just amplified. Just turned up. I woke up at 4:00 in the morning. I had to pace because like I couldn't sleep. Oh my god! Because I was so worried, and I'm like,
and I bet you he was just sleeping just fine.
Snoring, child,
of course,
snoring. Had a good meal.
He looks like he sleeps good.
One thing about Earl, and he made this very clear, he don't care what's going on. It could be a massive thunderstorm outside, and we could have had just a knockout, drag out fight. One thing about Earl, he gonna sleep.
I'm going to sleep. Good night. And God bless.
Meanwhile, your overthinking friend is up. And I'm like, do I know all of their marks? And I'm like, there's only one reason why I would need to know your marks, and it's because you have no face. And I'm then my brain starts going.
Oh, like, oh my god, this is off the ledge. You see? How did we get here?
You see? Oh, wow. Overthinking. So, in summary, cisgender heterosexual women who are wives, y'all take good care of yourselves and talk to each other. Like, don't talk to these men about these problems.
Find somebody else to talk to, baby.
Don't talk. Don't do it.
You said it. I didn't.
I will be the one. I'll be the one to say it. I will. I don't have any problems with it. Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Whitney said it. Now you all fired up. Now we can get into our problematic people of the week.
Oh, bitch. Okay, so where do we start? I have a list.
She is scrolling this phone, y'all. She is ready. I am so excited.
I have a few words to say to Keith Olbermann.
Go off.
Hi, Keith Olbermann. I thought you were one of the good ones. I did not know that you were not one of the good ones. I learned terribly that you were not one of the good ones because following the Iowa LSU ladies basketball game.
Yes.
After one star player, Angel Reese, decided to deliver back to Caitlin Clark a taste of her own medicine. following a win. You know, shit talkers gonna shit talk, and it's basketball, so that's all shit talk.
Right.
You know, like if it was boys, nobody would have any trouble.
Wouldn't even be an issue.
If it was white boys, nobody would have any trouble. But the fact that it was a black woman, an unapologetic one at that, with her bust down and her lashes and her baby hairs and her fuck respectability politics gait and confidence, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like that. Y'all didn't know anything about Angel Reese until Angel Reese did that.
Right.
So to Keith Olbermann, who I believe he said, what an idiot, what a fucking idiot, or something like that. And then tried to offer some dry ass, stale ass piece of toast as an attempt to apologize. You can keep it. You can keep
your
it.
Stale ass apologies.
Keep it. Keep that dry, old, stale saltine of an apology. You can keep it.
We don't want it.
We don't want it. We certainly do not want it. And to anyone else, including the leader of Barstool. Yeah. Yes. Who is on record talking about rape jokes being funny? Yeah, I'm like, why do we even still, why are you even still a thing?
Disappoint you every time.
They'll only disappoint you if you're invested. I thought Keith Olbermann was one of the good ones, but what I'm quickly learning is that liberal does not mean that you're anti-racist.
No, it does not.
It means that we want what we want to a point. We still see you as lower class, lower caste.
You're still other.
You're still other. Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark is
phenomenal. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. She is the future of women's basketball is looking so bright. I love it. The fact that
we have the nation talking about women's basketball,
women's college basketball. Oh my God.
Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark been doing the Tony Yayo. Y'all keep saying it's John Cena.
No, it's the Tony Yayo.
That's Tony Yayo. Change it up. Come on. Let's talk about where all the good things come from. It comes from Black culture, like we've been telling y'all. So yeah, Caitlin Clark been doing Tony Yayo all season long. So this was quintessentially, this was like Shakespearean almost. And like Angel Reese said, y'all, people been talking about her. People been saying things about her because she doesn't fit the narrative. She doesn't fit the mold. She doesn't.
Y'all hate the way she talks. Y'all hate the way she dresses. You hate the way she looks. It's always an issue.
It's always an issue. And here's my thing. And ride with me for 1 second.
I'm with you.
Because I feel like I'm in the same territory that I was in with the Angela Bassett situation.
Oh boy.
Black women don't owe you shit.
Nothing.
We don't owe you our ease or our grace when we're disappointed, nor do we owe you our what you would call class when we've won. Okay. No. If Angel Reese had been a white girl, y'all would have had nothing to say.
It wouldn't have been a conversation.
It wouldn't have been a conversation. And it's wild how the anti-blackness and the misogynoir will jump out at you quick. It's just it's obvious, it's tired, it's old, it's lame. Y'all got to figure out something else to do, because the girl won, and she's, like I said, she shit talked. And if she was a boy or if she was white, y'all wouldn't have shit to say. Y'all didn't like it because the black girl did it, and I need y'all to be real true and real honest about that.
This was a non-issue, and I love the fact that Caitlin Clark came out afterwards and was like, she's a competitor. I'm a competitor. It didn't bother me. Why are y'all so pressed? This is what athletes do. People who are passionate about the sports that they play, regardless of their gender, are passionate. They talk trash. Yes. They get competitive. And if Caitlin's been doing it all season, why would you think that this young lady doing it for 14 seconds in a championship game would bother her? Just say y'all soft and move on. Please.
Say you don't like black women and move on.
And move on. Please.
Move on.
Spare us.
I got one. I got a few more, actually.
Go for it. Go on.
Jill Biden.
Oh, God. Oh, I felt so bad. Oh, Jillian. Jillian.
Biden. Back to Tyra. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? How dare you? So for those who are unaware, Jill decided that she was going to pipe up and say, everyone, because she's a fan of women's basketball, she said everyone played a good game. And I think LSU should, we're going to invite LSU, but I think Iowa should come too. Angel Reese straight up told her, she said, nah, we're not coming.
Nah, we good.
And Jill offered an apology and tried to clean it up. And Angel said, nah, we still not coming.
No, we good.
And then people were jumping down Angel's throat. Like, how dare you? Like, you got too much dip on your chip. You're doing too much. And
I said we're good.
to
I
them,
am not coming.
to them, I would like to say, fuck your respectability politics.
Again.
Like, fuck your respectability politics. We to even y'all remember that story about the black valedictorian that they had
Yes.
to
do a co-valedictorian.
Co-valedictorian with a white kid who did not even have anywhere close to the same grades, and there's no justification for that outside of the fact that y'all just don't want to have a black valedictorian.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that?
I remember that. That's it. It is what it's giving.
That's what it's giving.
And I've never had anything to bad to say about Jill Biden. She's an alumna of mine. We graduated from the same graduate institution. I like Jill Biden, and she's a friend of Mish, so she's cool.
Yeah.
What I will say is, I don't think she understood the gravity of her statement when she made it.
They rarely do.
It's the blind spots that become the problems. And yes, she did offer an apology, and I think she has a better understanding of what she said wrong now. But guess what?
It's too late.
She gave her apology, but Angel is not obligated. LSU is not obligated to accept that apology. It may make y'all feel more comfortable because this white woman who is esteemed and well regarded and well known, she made a mistake. She misspoke. She realizes the error of her ways and she apologized for it. And that's what Jill Biden owes us. LSU doesn't owe that woman anything.
Nothing.
None of those players who felt disrespected by her initial comments owe her anything. It was her obligation to apologize and say, I recognize that I did something wrong. Where that goes after that is up to the team. If they show up, if they want to still come and take that invite, it would be the first time a team didn't go to the White House because, we had that Mango Man in the White House.
I was like, well, girl.
Some teams was just like, professional teams was like, yeah.
It's all right. We just gonna have a picnic in somebody's backyard.
So now all of a sudden, y'all want to make a big deal out of it. Jill Biden misspoke. Jill Biden apologized. One player from this team let the world know how she felt about it.
Yeah.
And we're moving on because neither one of these women owe us anything else. Jill apologized. And that girl said, no, thank you. No, thank you. She ain't call her bitch. She ain't call her out her name. She just said no, thank you.
She said we'll go talk to the Obamas instead.
She said no.
Yeah.
But y'all want again the black woman to carry the emotional burden of making y'all feel good, feel comfortable. This moment. No. Nobody owes you that. Kick rocks. Big rocks.
Indeed.
My brother used to say you could kick rocks, smoke rocks, or you can throw rocks. Just do it over there. That was his line. Oh, that was a bar.
That needs
kick rocks, to be
throw rocks on a shirt.
Listen.
Or on a mug. A mug would be great.
Or you can smoke them. I don't give a damn. Just do it over there.
Over there. Away from me. How much more time do we have?
We got enough time for another problematic person. It's called the Problematic Podcast.
All right. Do you want to go with the Tennessee Republicans, or do you want to go with the white trans lady who decided to say that black people enjoyed slavery?
Please, let's go with Tennessee because I can't take too much slavery talk today.
Yeah, same. The Tennessee GOP. I'm upset because I have personal stock in Tennessee. That's where my people come from. That's where the documentation stops, at least. So black people understand what that means.
I understood.
Black people understand what that means. So let's rewind back. Last week there was a terrible mass shooting in Nashville at a Catholic school, Christian school. 3 children dead. 3 adults dead. And it was a nightmare. People have had an absolute enough. A massive organized protest happened at the steps. That's not in Memphis. Where's their house?
I don't think it's in Memphis. But I'll look it up while you share.
At the Tennessee House of Representatives. And 3 representatives came out and showed their support with the protesters, which was large, and it was this is the thing that makes me mad.
Nashville.
The far right in Nashville. Thank you. Same city. Listen, then I fully yeah, girl.
Now it makes sense.
All right. Yeah, it was gonna make sense no matter where it was, but if it was in the same city, oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, hey, Em. She's very excited about something. I love that she's found her voice recently. I just love it so much. We'll talk about it another time. But yeah. So 3 representatives: Justin Pearson, Justin Jones, and I forget the white lady's name, but they all stood with this organized, peaceful protest. I don't care what MAGA tells you. Like, it was a peaceful protest. Till they're smearing poop on the walls and tumbling over each other and violently harming police officers. It is not an insurrection. So don't listen to those raggedy people. They obviously don't know what they're talking about. It was literal children with paper signs. Stop it. And their parents and their teachers. Stop it. So these 3 stood with them, and Tennessee had a vote on, they removed all 3 from their committees, and then they had a vote to see if they were going to expel these folks from their positions. Tennessee decided to expel the 2 black representatives, but let the white woman keep her job. Yes. And she was very honest and open about that. She was like, because people asked her, like, so why do you think that happened? She was like, y'all know why. Essentially, she was like, y'all know why this happened.
Y'all know exactly
why this happened. And to the Tennessee GOP, thank you for handing us an election. Thank you so much. You have not only made Justin Pearson and Justin Jones literal stars and literal walking rallying cries for people who are tired of the stale, stagnant, same white supremacist rhetoric. Not only have y'all did more to those representatives that stood with people who wanted gun reform than you did with gun reform.
Imagine standing with not killing kids and then people go, you know what?
We don't even want you in here.
I hate that shit. You gotta go. Fire this guy.
Wait, you want to hear something? You want to hear something that's funny? They can run again in a special election and never be removed from their seats.
It's actually getting dumb.
It's a waste of time.
It almost it's performative, but it's also, you can tell that there's a group of unstable people that are doing their best to just wield or flex their fake power because they're upset about something. And it very much has racial undertones, but I wish people would just come out and say, you hate how the world is changing because it doesn't benefit people who look like you, or you don't feel like it does. Diversity scares you because you've been awful to a lot of people
for a long time.
And there's this overarching fear that maybe one day you'll be treated how it has been acceptable for you to treat people. So you do these things where it's like literally all these people did was protest kids being killed.
Yeah, that's all they did.
We stood up and I just cannot imagine. I stand up and say, you know what? I don't think kids should be shot to death at school.
I don't think
somebody at my job go, fire this bitch. She's gotta go. What?
What is going on in their minds? And I'm like, did y'all, like, y'all are literally playing, y'all not even playing checkers and chess. Like, at this point, you just literally, like, they not only handed Tennessee over, they might as well have handed the nation over. Because, like I said, now, because they're not in their seats, they can open up their Act Blues. Right. And because they open up their Act Blues, they're getting tons of donations. They're becoming literal rock stars. They became national stars.
I didn't know who these people were before y'all decided they needed to be expelled. I had no idea.
No idea. None. But thank you. Now you have
the
2 new rock stars.
Hillbillies are unhinged. The hillbillies are. It's Tennessee. It's the state that took Martin Luther King away from us. So let's start there. This kind of rhetoric doesn't shock me.
So much of my family lives there.
I never thought that I would see people angry about kids not being killed. Like saying, I think kids deserve to live and go to school and be safe. And people going, nah, bruh, fuck that. I hate them kids.
My guns.
It's
essentially fuck your kids.
If you had told me in 1998 that this is the kind of shit we'd be discussing, I would think the world had lost its mind. And
I'm like, y'all are crazy. Here we are. Here we are.
There are people killing kids in school, and there are people saying, we're not going to do anything about it. Just let them keep the guns that keep killing the
The
people.
wild thing is, nobody's trying to even take people's guns. We just want to make it a little bit. If it's so difficult to get a damn
Driver's license,
okay,
transfer a car title.
If it's that difficult to do that for a vehicle, a thing that was not created to harm people, how much more should it be difficult for people to get? I just don't believe that, you should be able in the same day to sign paperwork to get a gun and then be able to get the gun. I don't believe that should be the same day.
Yeah. And what do you need a gun with that much urgency for?
What
if you're that pressed that you need your AR-15 right now, you probably shouldn't have your AR-15.
But what do you need an AR-15 for?
Unless
what do you need that for?
Unless you're starting a militia.
You're killing people. You want to kill people. And I need people to be honest about that. The only people who want these type of weapons are the people who want to kill people. Period. There's no other reason to own that. There's no other reason.
I'm a gun
and not
owner,
just kill
and
people.
I literally don't have a need for AR-15 ever.
And you don't just want to kill people. You want to eradicate them. Like
as many people as you can at one time.
Like fast.
In a hurry. Killing people in a hurry is crazy to me.
The fact that you want to kill people in a hurry is insane. So to the Tennessee GOP, and the GOP just around the nation that just keep doing this stupid shit. We see you.
We see you.
And thank you. Thank you for 2024. It's about to be lit in here because Gen Z is so tired of y'all, and all of them are about to be able to vote.
Gen Z has the patience of an 86-year-old Black Baptist woman on a hot Sunday. And when I say patience, I mean none at all. They are not here for none of this. They don't like the way y'all treat the gendered people, the races, none of it. They are over it.
They are about to get registered to vote and fuck shit up.
Thank
you
shit.
so much. Thank you so much. From a proud millennial who will bring them snacks. Not in line. Y'all not gonna arrest me. But after, like in a parking lot, a few like blocks
over
away.
Here. This is the snack.
We're gonna have a block party, like just a few blocks away. We gonna let them know before they pull up.
The auntie's block party. Yeah.
This
where all the aunts at.
We'll be electric sliding. We'll be watching the results. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Bring the auntie energy. I thank you for sharing your problematic people. I love when you go off on these people. I just absolutely adore it. We are about to get into our problematic letters, so stick with us and stay tuned. We always love to hear from you at the Problematic Podcast. So if you have a problematic question or story, feel free to email us at theproblematicpod@gmail.com, or now you can text us at 267-225-4648. Again, that's 267-225-4648. Standard messaging rates apply. We love to hear from you. Now let's get into today's problematic letters. Lord. All right, so we are going to get into this very, very, very problematic letter. As always, Whitney has not been privy to this, so we are going to let her react first. But this is a really good one. This is one I need a name. Young lady. Married
Gladys.
Mother of two. What?
Gladys.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Gladys wrote, I had a friend about 10 years ago question whether or not I actually wanted the baby I was carrying or if it was strictly for my husband. When I got the message, it was a huge side eye because it was in response to me inviting her to come to the mall with me to do some baby shopping the following. Mind you, we had not had the discussion about children since my being married, and I expressed excitement to everyone from the announcement of my pregnancy in the first trimester. There were little photo shoots and announcement cards that were sent out and everything. My response was frank in expressing that going through labor for a baby I did not want just to put a smile on someone else's face was not my ministry. She apologized a few times, saying that she meant no harm in asking and that it was not her place to have said that. Maybe if I had alluded to not wanting the baby to her at any time, I'd have understood the question, but that just wasn't the case here. This is the same friend who, when my son was about 2, tried to convince me that he may have developmental issues because he makes random dinosaur noises. And she's never known a child to do that. She has no children. She has no professional background with children. No background at all, really. I told her then that he is just really into dinosaurs and he's being a 2-year-old. She wouldn't let it go. She didn't know what she was talking about then either. Long story, still super long. I haven't reached out to her since the day of that ridiculous message, and I haven't heard from her. I'm quick to cut ties these days. Am I wrong for not wanting to deal with her anymore, or should I reach out? Go, Whitney. I see that you are just jumping at the bit.
What the fuck?
What is happening?
First of all, ma'am, no, you are not wrong. I assume she's still pregnant when she wrote this.
Yes.
She has not given birth. You need to protect your peace, and being pregnant. I've only done this once, but I am grateful that I was kind of insulated in that way. Because you need to protect your peace. You're literally growing a human being, and
a whole person.
Be concerned about your health, what snacks you have, how much sleep you're getting. Make sure you put your feet up. Drink as much water as the Lord will allow. Make sure that you have a quick route to the bathroom, because that sucker comes along fast.
Wow.
Yeah, pregnancy. And make sure that you are like surrounding yourself with people who are as excited for you as you are, and you seem very excited and very, very pleased and very happy. You don't need this kind of energy in your life. Second, so no, you're for the first thing, no, you're not wrong. Second, what the actual fuck? Who asked that question?
Who at that? Okay, that is where. And I'm a little conflicted about this, and hear me out.
Okay,
you know me. I am very big on, if we are friends, I should be able to come to you honestly and ask you questions. But also, as a friend, should have to understand some things are just absolutely ridiculous. And you
that was
be
so
very,
dumb.
very bold, out of line person to ask a question like this.
Yeah.
Asking me, someone's wife, if I'm having a baby for my husband,
and nothing alluded to it. Like, it'd be different if you were like sitting around miserable.
But wait. Here's the even troubling thing to me. So say she was. It's her husband. If she wanted to have a baby for her husband because she's married to him and she thinks that's a stellar gift,
it's not your business.
Now listen, I tell you one thing. That is not my ministry. Not me. I am terrified of pregnancy, as I have said here a time or two before.
It is a living nightmare. That do not go hold you.
Her husband, if she wants to have a baby with that man and for that man, then whether you like it or not, that is her business. Mm-hmm. Now, what really annoyed me, I read something.
Go in, Rita.
I gotta be reading this wrong. There's no way that this person said this. Suggesting that my child has developmental issues.
Okay, so I was going to get there. I was going to get there.
Go ahead.
As the mother of a current 2-year-old who walks around because she thinks she's a literal cat at random times in the day, and I have to be out back, and because I too am a cat. If she's going to be a cat, because she's not going to be out here being out by herself being a cat. No, we all cats in here. Meow. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it. Meow, meow, purr, purr.
We are a cat coven.
We are a cat family in here, and you are my kitten. I was about to say cub. That's lion or bear. Anyway, long and the short. How the fuck dare you? He's 2, and it's dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are fun. If he's being a dinosaur, I'm gonna be a dinosaur. Rawr, nigga.
Rawr.
Like, talking about.
I thought kids were supposed to do that. They make car crash sounds when they play with their trucks.
They do goofy shit, and it's fun, and it's part of their development. What is wrong with you? This don't need to be your friend.
This does not need to be your friend.
This is the fastest friend breakup I've ever seen.
This really seems like
people's babies.
You know, there are some people who look for the wrong in everything because they are discontent in their own lives.
Amen.
And this is very much giving me that energy.
Very much giving.
There are people who cannot stand to see you happy. And in your happiest moment, you're having your second child, you and your husband are having a baby. And you somehow find a way to pour some negativity into that situation. Even if you thought it.
Say that.
Even if you thought it, even if you believed she's only having this baby because her husband wants another baby, but maybe she don't want another baby. Even if that's what you believe.
Keep that shit to yourself.
Because what?
Some stuff don't need to leave.
I can't unpregnant myself at this point. I'm here. Me and my husband are having another baby. We are expanding our family. And whatever reason we decided to do it is for us.
Ain't got shit to do with you. Why would you even bring that up?
I am struggling to comprehend, Whitney.
It's just so stupid. Like, it sounds like the plot of a damn Lifetime movie as opposed to like people's real life. And I'm like, any observant friend would see their friend glowing,
Happy,
excited,
sending out announcement cards. And because again, like I said, even if she didn't necessarily plan to have another baby or expand her family, she's married, her husband wants a kid, they've decided to make this announcement and they're excited about it. They're sending out announcement cards. She never said anything like, oh my God, what am I going to do about another baby? She's the, and listen, I've had some pregnant friends and that was the energy. And then the conversation's different.
The conversation's completely different. But I'm baffled at the stupidity of this. This is just dumb.
It is dumb.
Like,
and she's a bad friend.
Extremely bad friend. That just proves to me, like, nope. And you know what? I believe that Gladys said at the end of the letter that she was in the cutting people out season.
Cutting ties.
Getting married.
Yes.
Having a kid. Yes. Those big life-changing developments will do that to you.
Yes.
That will do that to you. Because everybody can't go where you're going. You're getting ready to go to the next place, the next evolution of yourself. Everybody can't go. Treat it like it's a bus stop. Let them motherfuckers off.
You get off at this stop,
but
and I'm still going.
Because listen, the way that I'm about to preach just a little bit.
Preach.
The way that God does me is that when someone gets off, another person comes along. Just be open to that. Or if they don't come along, that means you have everything that you need in the moment. You have every person that you need. So I say, do what you need to do to mourn this loss of a friend, but prepare yourself for your expanding family. Congratulations on your life changes. And Gladys, I wish you the best.
Yeah, I think you really hit the nail on the head with mourning the loss. I think that's what makes people feel conflicted when they make good decisions for themselves. They think because it hurts a little bit or it stings or they're grieving in that moment that maybe they're making the wrong decision or maybe that is no, baby.
Everybody can't go.
Everybody can't go. And sometimes the hard decisions, the ones that hurt a little bit, are the best decisions. It's not always going to feel warm and fuzzy. So, I mean, I thank you for writing in.
Yes,
I think you already made the right decision.
You were doing the right thing, Gladys.
Yeah, you are married. You have a baby on the way.
It sounds like your 2-year-old's very happy.
It sounds dinosaurs. Right with the dinosaurs. So what are we talking about here? Like, yeah, your friend has made it clear that, maybe your happiness and your joy isn't the thing that makes her happy. And that's okay. You learned something about your friend. But yeah, suggesting that I'm having a baby for any reason other than whatever reason I picked to have this baby is different. Suggesting that my child has developmental issues because they're into dinosaurs.
That's the one.
Actually stupid. That's actually stupid.
So like the suggestion I'm having my baby for my husband is like, all right, middle finger, fuck you. But the dinosaur one, that's a big.
Yeah, nah, I can't. I'm falling out with you over that.
And here's the thing. Let me be a little bit of a hippie for a second. There's nothing wrong with having developmental issues. There's nothing
at all.
You learn how your child's brain works, and then you work with the brain that they have, and that comes with another that would be another grieving process too, like thinking like life will be one way and having to adjust to other things. But that's not the case for you. That's not the case for your child.
That's not your
You have a 2-year-old. You have a
who's
2-year-old
into dinosaurs,
who likes dinosaurs. Like,
every 2-year-old I've ever met makes strange noises to me. Because their minds are so imaginative, they play. Yeah. And like you said, like we're at an age where we're teaching kids how to make animal sounds. What sound does a cow make? And that's fun and interesting. And all of a sudden they engage in the things that they're being taught. Child,
it sounds like a hater to me.
Nailed it. Say it again.
Sounds like a hater to me. Just watching you, and as a person who has lived through this, just a little bit of this, who has watched a friend watch you get married, watch you have a child, and then like losing that friendship, and still being
come on with it.
Like there is a grieving process. Like, you're in my wedding pictures. You're in like we've been in this thing for years and years and years, and it's like you're not here now, and there's grief that comes with that, and you can deal. It's okay to grieve, but like Rita said, don't be confused by the grief that you have in a good season. Don't be confused, because everyone simply cannot go with
Everyone
you. They
can't
simply
go.
can't.
And it's not going to feel warm and fuzzy all the time.
And it doesn't seem like you should have this person, because if they're willing to tell you that your kid has issues because they're pretending to be a dinosaur, what are they going to say about, some of your parenting choices when you have two? What are they going to say about, how you dress your kid? And if they're saying these things to your face,
God only knows what they're saying behind. Oh, you preaching today. You said you were going to preach.
I'm saying, like, people can only talk about you people can only talk about behind your back when you're walking ahead of them. So I say you keep walking, take yourself, go get yourself a good cookie, because I really used to love cookies when I was pregnant. Cocoa Puffs were my
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs were my jam, and I haven't had Cocoa Puffs since. I was just pregnant. And I had a craving for Cocoa Puffs. Thing. Whatever your pickles, whatever your pregnancy craving is, go have some of that. Have that time to grieve, and enjoy your pregnancy. Enjoy your family. This is an exciting time for you.
And stay away from homegirl, because that ain't your homegirl no more.
That ain't your friend no more.
Nah.
That ain't your friend no more. You made the right decision, Gladys. I'm proud of you.
You did.
Shout out to Gladys.
Shout out to Gladys. As always, we love to hear from you guys. So please feel free to write into us at The Problematic Pod, or you can text us at our cell phone number now. We always love to hear from you. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
Bye.